At Goodwill, we're all about jobs. You might be surprised to hear that, but that's how it's been for over 100 years when Goodwill Industries International was founded. And since 1927, Goodwill Industries of Akron has used local donations of clothing and household items to provide local employment and training. That's our mission, to help individuals prepare for, find, and retain a job, to help people overcome barriers to employment. But that's not how most people think of us. They see our stores. They see our trucks. They drop off their gently used clothing and goods at our donation centers, and they think that's all we do. Of course, we're grateful for your donations. Last year alone, over 394,000 generous donors gave more than 8,300 tons of clothing and household items, and nearly 865,000 shoppers visited our stores. But that's just the beginning of what Goodwill does. It's the start of a cycle that leads to education and training, and opportunity and jobs. Your donations give us the goods we need to sell in our stores. That's one way we fund our jobs programs. We even sell select donated items like antiques and collectibles and books over the internet on our auction site, shopgoodwill.com. And the money we receive from Goodwill's business lines, Summit County Department of Job and Family Services, Medina County Office of Workforce Development, Summit County United Way, local foundations, and other funding sources, 86 cents of every dollar goes directly to Goodwill programs that help people find jobs. At Goodwill, it begins with a donation. It becomes a job.
Last year, we provided job services to more than 8,600 individuals. Each one of them has their own story, but if we spent just 2 minutes per person, this video would be over 12 days long. We know your time is valuable, so here are 3 short stories of individuals who have been helped by your donations.
I was a full-time mom and a substitute school bus driver.
I was an electrician, but I was part of a massive layoff.
Well, I was unemployed. I was also living in a halfway house at the time.
A person may come in contact with Goodwill through the Job Center, funded in part by the Summit County Department of Job and Family Services, or through Medina Works, funded by the Medina County Office of Workforce Development. That's how we met Ron and Myra.
I was using the Medina Workforce Development Center as a resource to find an electrician job, but soon it became obvious that I needed to retrain for another career.
I went through testing, I qualified for training at the Job Center, and I was accepted into the Portage Lakes Career Center School of Practical Nursing.
Some people referred to our Vocational Services Division from one of many local agencies. James came into our program and got help identifying his job goals, learning work skills, trying out different kinds of jobs, and then getting help finding a job in the community.
Goodwill's helped me fill out applications and also helped me with interviews, and now I'm working at IFCO.
Our staff is here to help every step of the way.
I had job coaching to help me learn to do this job.
School was really challenging, the classes were really difficult, but my case manager was like my own personal cheerleader, encouraging me every step of the way.
Today, Myra is a nurse at the Greenview Inn Assisted Living Complex in Uniontown.
I was even named Employee of the Month.
I'm the only male in my class for medical assistants. I'm getting really good grades. Goodwill's really opened up a new door of opportunity for me.
Actually, Ron is at the top of his class of 21 students, and James knows the good feeling that comes from having a job.
Goodwill is honored to have been selected to deliver workforce services on behalf of Summit County Department of Job and Family Services and the Medina County Office of Workforce Development. At Summit and Medina County one-stop locations, people can search for jobs online, take classes and workshops on job-related topics, get help with resume writing, apply for funding for education programs through the Workforce Investment Act, and ultimately, get connected with employers in the area who are looking for qualified employees.
Hi, this is Mary Ann with Goodwill's Employment Resource Center, just calling to let you know that we have a perfect candidate for you for the job opportunity that you've posted with us.
On behalf of Summit and Medina County, Employment Resource Center staff also work hard for companies with jobs to fill. Companies can take advantage of free job postings, applicant recruitment, screening, skill and aptitude testing, and employee training. Goodwill has helped area companies find high-quality employees in fields including trucking, healthcare, manufacturing, professional services, clerical and administrative, and computers and technical services. One other way companies benefit from Goodwill's focus on jobs is through our Contract Services division. We provide a wide range of assembly, sorting, kitting, packaging, and sewing services to local companies. By providing these services, we are able to help persons with disabilities to learn work skills and participate in meaningful employment. But it's more than goodwill, it's good business, as companies discover the cost advantages of our services and the quality of work provided by our operations, which have received ISO 9001-2008 certification. Each time you donate to Goodwill or shop at a Goodwill store, you're helping people in your community find jobs. And when they do, they give back to their community.
My family and I donate to Goodwill. They helped make a dream come true.
This is how I got a chance to change my life. How could I not give back?
Here's what you can do to help Goodwill fulfill our mission. Your financial support is always welcome. Donate your gently used clothing and household goods to our stores. Shop at our stores. You'll find great quality at unbelievable prices. Attend Goodwill events like our Taste of Vintage. Refer someone you know in need of employment to Goodwill Services. Refer a business looking for employer services or assembly or sewing solutions. And most of all, let people know the whole story of what Goodwill does. At Goodwill, we are all about jobs. All Employment Resource Center services are funded by the Summit County Department of Job and Family Services or the Medina County Office of Workforce Development.